and welcome back to Review Quest. It's time. We've been waiting for a while now, haven't we? All of us space fans. And I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about, seeing as it's in the freaking title of the video. It's time to review the one and only No Man's Sky. So, No Man's Sky was announced in 2014 at E3 by Hello Games, I don't know if you know, it's the dev, and Sean Murray, the fucking lying piece of shit that he is. And I'll explain that later. But anyway, yep. So the reason that Sean Murray wanted to create this game is because, you know, he didn't like where the company that he didn't want to keep on, like, making sequels, apparently, because, you know, before this it was just like Joe Danger, basically. It's the fucking same people made Joe Danger and Joe Danger 2 have made this fucking technological marvel that is the 18 quintillion planets of No Man's Sky. But so that's shit. That's pretty much the history and the whole story behind the game. Well, not the game's story. Fucking the story of the development of the game. So, let's just get started with the review. Oh my god, this is falling apart at the seams. So, without any further ado, let's start with the review, shall we? So, I'm going to try a new sort of system that I made up, where there are 4 categories. There's graphics, polish, gameplay, and story that I will rate out of 10s, and then average those together and give you the final score of the game. Well, I mean, I didn't make up this fucking system. It was my idea to use it right here, but whatever. Fuck it. Fuck. Alright. Anyway, let's start with the graphics. Fucking really fun, really great to look at. It's fucking pretty. So, I mean, there's not much, well, lots of people will say, oh, his graphics are pretty inferior. They're not very advanced graphics. Well, no, but they don't have to be. They don't have to be advanced graphics. Minecraft is one of the best-selling games of all time, and it has fucking blocks. Fucking explain that, goddamn graphics gurus. They can't fucking do it, can they? Because gameplay tends to trump graphics. Not Donald Trump. Don't get too excited, everybody. But for me at least, graphics usually tends to take the back seat. I don't know if it will for the rest of you, but I don't really care about graphics that much as long as the game is fun. So, gameplay. So, this game was originally designed for the PlayStation 4. And it stands out. The PC controls are janky at best. The mouse movement is I'm gonna have to go back because I recorded this footage that you're seeing right now with an Xbox controller, so I'm gonna have to go back and record some mouse control footage, and I'll show you guys how it looks. But that's the only thing really that's wrong with the PC controls is the mouse. The mouse movement is a bit. So, the other aspects of the gameplay are the space travel, which is fucking great. So, right here, I'll be exiting the atmosphere right about now. Ooh, space! I'm in space. It's so fucking cool, isn't it? Holy shit. If you love space, this is the game. If you love space, you gotta get it. You gotta try it, at least. Because, oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen such a great space simulator like this. And yeah, that includes Star Citizen. I don't like Star Citizen that much. It's not very good. I'm not gonna do a review on it either. Because I don't feel like downloading it again. It's a waste of my fucking time. So, harsh, bro. Super harsh. Anyway, I paid $60 for that fucking bullshit. Fucking, hey, you get to do, like, one dogfight against PCs. Woo! Not PCs. You get to do one dogfight against CPUs. Woo! Nobody gives a shit. Anyway, so, there's a trading system, which is pretty cool. Because you collect things. You go and you gather things on the planets. That's basically like half of the game. It's like Minecraft, but in space. You mine and you craft. So, you go down to the planets, you explore around, look at some sweet shit. Then you can get some rarer items like the neutrino cards or whatever the fuck they are, and you can get the Gerbergers, whatever those are. I don't fucking know. And then you can take them back. You can take them elsewhere to sell them, or you could use them to craft things. But usually I sell them because I like money. And also I want a new spaceship. One of the things you can do is when you go to a space station, which I'm about to show you here. When you go to a space station, you can find other ships. There will be other ships landing there, and we'll just watch this one float in. I'm gonna speed it up because it's really slow, but I'm gonna here we go. Yeah, super fun. All right, cool. Space. But now that he's landed, I can talk to the guy. And I can see what he's got for sale, or I can sell some stuff to him, and I can buy his ship. So I'm going to click on this, and there you can see the price of the ship, and a bunch of other stuff. I can't afford it right now, because I'm dirt poor apparently. But as far as I'm aware, this is the only way so far to, like, increase your storage capacity, because it's really fucking tiny for me right now. Even though I have the fucking pre-purchased spaceship, which has more storage space, it's like, it seems really, really tiny once you get started, because holy crap, you fill up on stuff. You fill up on you fill up on plutonium, thamium, carbon, all that good shit, iron, whatever the fuck you need, man. You fill up on that shit, and then you can't fucking get rid of it. Because you need the fuel, you need the plutonium and the thamium, and you don't really need the iron, but, I mean, it's good to have anyway. And you need the carbon to power your stuff. So it's kind of a hassle. It's like a really small Minecraft inventory. It's the worst. Okay, so now we're going to move on. Hang on, do I want to talk about the animals and naming first or after? I'll talk about it after. So, now we're going to move on to the story, which there is not a whole lot of. I'm sorry, I'm just playing with the rubber band. You could probably hear it snapping and stuff. There's not a whole lot of story. You start off crashed on a strange planet, your very own planet that you can fucking name, and you can name the system too, and it's goddamn cool. So you start off on this planet, and there's this weird little red ball thing that's called the Atlas, and you can look at it and you can decide whether to follow it or not. And if you follow the Atlas, it basically leads you to the center of the universe, or the galaxy, or fuck it, I don't know. Hang on, I gotta get a sip of water. Mm. So you can choose to follow the Atlas or not. And if you follow it, it'll basically plot you a course to the center of the universe, which is a huge secret thing that is like the main goal for people. Or for some people. Some people is just like, make money, discover shit. But some people is like, want to get to the center so I can see what's up. I'm pointing at myself in the mirror. Anyway. So yeah, that's basically it. And then there's these aliens called the Viking. Not Viking. Not the fucking... It's the fucking... Those kinds. Okay. So the Viking are apparently really important. Because there's shit everywhere. You gotta learn the language... Because when you meet these NPCs, they speak this language that you don't understand. And if you go to the Viking ruins, there are these things called knowledge, monolith, knowledge, tablet, I don't fucking remember. They're called knowledge something. And if you use it, if you interact with it, you learn a Viking word. And then when you go to talk to people, the words that you have learned will be translated for you. And eventually, I assume, you can understand everything that they have said. So, it's kind of, it's a reason to explore different planets, a reason to explore different systems, a reason to explore your own planets, just so you can learn how to interact with these aliens called the Viking. Now we're gonna move on to polish. Not a whole lot of polish, unfortunately. The graphics are a bit weird when you start up, or at least when I did. They were kind of jumpy. I don't know what caused it, but it got better over time. But there may be a patch. It's only day 1. Well, now it's technically day 2. Since I'm recording this on the 13th. Okay, so it's release week. It's the first couple days for PC, so there's gonna be a little bit of wiggle room here. They're gonna have an update. They're gonna update stuff. They're gonna fix it. They're gonna patch. They're gonna work on shit. So that'll be pretty cool. Okay, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Naming stuff. Naming stuff is fun. Naming stuff is really cool. Except, sometimes, I don't know why, but there's sometimes, like, duplicate animals. They're basically the same thing, but they're not. I don't understand what the thing is. I mean, they look sort of different, but they're basically the same. I'm not sure if one of them is supposed to be the male of the species and the other is supposed to be the female. I'm not sure. But it's kind of weird. So I'm not sure whether that's supposed to be on purpose or it's some sort of bug or something, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be addressed at some point. What's next? Okay. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Multiplayer. Woohoo! No. Nope, no multiplayer. After the first day of the PlayStation 4 release, if anybody who's been keeping up with No Man's Sky knows the story, but I'm gonna say it anyway in case you don't. 2 Twitch streamers contacted each other. They were living like relatively close to each other, like same city or state or something. I say state. I'm not sure if they were American or not. I don't know. They were in the same general region, but they managed to find each other. Well, they managed to find the same planet, but did not manage to find each other. They were interacting with the same NPCs in the same buildings, on the same planet, in the same system, and couldn't see each other at all. And when the developer of No Man's Sky heard about this, he said, wow, I knew it would happen, but I didn't expect it so soon. Or something along those lines. Basically, he knew that it wasn't multiplayer, and he had been saying, well, I guess strongly implying that there would be multiplayer. I found this video on YouTube. As far as I know, it is unedited, but it could be messed with, so take it with a grain of salt, everybody. Here we go.
But it's such a bold idea. I mean, you guys are literally building your own, like, massively multiplayer world that's procedurally generated. And is there anything that this game doesn't have?
Do we ever get to see ourselves?
No, you don't see yourself, so the only way for you to know what you look like is for somebody else to, to see you.
Can you run into other people, other players on the game?
Yes, but the chances of that are incredibly rare, just because of the size of what we're building.
Wow.
How much interaction is there with other people playing No Man's Sky?
Those were AI, those wingmen. But you could encounter other players. The reality is, the likelihood of that is tiny, basically.
Will you be able to play with your friends?
Yeah.
Can you grief other players?
A little bit.
So, according to this video, thanks by the way, according to this video, Sean Murray confirmed on multiple occasions that there would be multiplayer. He straight up said, yeah. On that one part, he said that the only way to see, to know what you look like is for another player to see you, implying that it was possible for other players to see you. And I don't understand. Like, why like that? Because this whole time, he has said that it would be multiplayer. But he had said that the chances of seeing another player are very unlikely. More like 100% unlikely, Sean Murray, because you didn't put fucking multiplayer in the game. Of course you're not going to see other players if you didn't fucking put multiplayer in there. I was looking forward to playing No Man's Sky with my friends, but now I can't, Sean Murray. So thanks for that, bud. You're the best. Salty as shit, but you made a damn good game. Fuck. Well, here's to hoping that they have multiplayer in a future update, because this, I imagine, will lose its playability incredibly fast. Everybody's going to be like, wow, No Man's Sky, finally! And then we play it and we have lots of fun exploring these planets, but then it's going to start to get monotonous. And we're going to need to liven it up a little bit with some player-to-player interaction. Which is what you need. You need there to be other players in this massive, massive universe. Otherwise, you're just... what's the point? What's the point of 18 quintillion planets if you're the only player there? I mean, I know Sean Murray would be like, well, actually, it's a shared universe, so you're going to do the things with things, and there's going to be other players playing alongside so you can see what they're doing. It's like, great, cool, I found this planet whose name is Buttblug. I found a planet named Buttslug. Great, that's fantastic. So what? What's the point? It's not an actual player-to-player interaction. It's just, I know that there's some other player on the planet that named it Butt Slug. And he's like, I don't know, fucking Little Timmy from Oregon. I don't care. I'm not interacting with Little Timmy from Oregon. I'm interacting with the planet that he named Butt Slug. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because just because Sean Murray pulls an Obi-Wan and fucking's like, well, technically I'm correct about it being a shared universe. Ooh, yes, you're right about that. It is a shared universe. But you said multiplayer. I am distraught. He fucking said it. Look it up. Look it up, everybody. He fucking said it. Alright. Anyway, so I have given all of the numbers here. Graphics, I give an 8 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad. Polish, I give a 5 out of 10. Unfortunately. I mean, it's just not that polished yet. Because this has only been out for a couple days. Gameplay, I give another 8 out of 10. It's really fun to play. You should give it a go. And the story, I'll give that one a 5 out of 10. Because there's not a whole lot of story, but it is there, and it is a little compelling. So, here we are, right at the end. Overall, I give No Man's Sky by Hello Games a 6.5 out of 10. You should go get it. It's pretty fun. Not the best game ever, not the worst game ever. It's pretty up there. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope this was somewhat informative of your decision whether or not to buy the game. So, yeah. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!